Hello everyone, welcome to tonight's live stream, hopefully this time without the internet crapping out and stopping us from showing what we want to show. So we are live and we're doing a Let's Create and looking at Astro Bot. Astro Bot is, if you don't know, a platforming game released on the PS5 about a month ago, a few weeks ago, don't know when. Since then I've actually 100%ed it, almost platinumed it, just need to do a few of the odd little trophies, but it's one of my top games of the year. It's really, really good. And so I wanted to try and take a look at how we can sort of remake a lot of what we're seeing there. Oh, hi, John Harris from Seattle. I hope that you've gone to Unreal Fest. That's going on, I think, a third day today. So yeah, that's really exciting. That's going on. I wish I could have gone to Seattle. I went to the Prague one. It's a lot closer to me. Hopefully next year I can get to the American-based Unreal Fest, but we'll see how things turn out. So just waiting for Unreal to finish doing its loading job, and then we'll jump in to the game. Watching the live stream looks awesome. Yeah, I mean the Unreal Fest in Prague was good. The Seattle one looks a lot bigger. I wish I could have gone into it, but alas, I was not able to. But yeah, I do wish, I hope to go next time. So let's go and take a look at Unreal now. It's come up. So we're not going from scratch. We're carrying on from where we left off last week before the internet dropped out. I don't know why it dropped out. It kept dropping out for the next few days after that as well. Something funky going on. But yeah, strange. But here we are. And last time we were working on Astro Bot's probably most famous move, which is the sort of boots hover jump thing, leaving a laser beam beneath him. And so we've got the actual movement working. So if I double click, we'll get this sort of beam, like the sort of growth to these height and traversal. Yeah. So we can make longer jumps. And also you would fine tune it to make it exactly how you want it to be. But a big part of this is also being able to attack things underneath you with the actual laser beam and the effect of the laser beam. So we're going to be doing that. Now we did get some distance into that before my internet decided, nope, no more live streaming. So let's take a look at what we did with that. So we made the beam material and we started working on our ecosystem to get this beam. Okay, and we got it so it generated the beam here. So if I isolate this as the beam, and then we've got the spark at the top, and I started work on the second spark, which is one at the bottom. So I need to move that to the bottom of that thing. Now, at the moment, we don't know where that bottom is. So the bottom is going to be variable, right? So we've got that endpoint down here as a variable in the user parameters section. And all I'm going to make sure I've got on here is if I go to the initialized particle, is I'm going to go to position mode. Yeah, and rather than simulation position, I want to use the position offset. Or I can direct set maybe. We'll do direct set. So we'll do direct set, and we'll set it to the endpoint. So click on that and search for our endpoint. Why won't it let me do that? What type of variable is this? Or what type of? Oh, it's a position type variable. That's why. So I need to change this to a position or change this to a vector. So if I change that to convert vector to position, and there's my vector now, and I should be able to put in endpoint. There we go. What's my usage noted? That'll be fine. Okay, so there's my endpoint, and we default it to -500 just to see what it looks like. But obviously this will be variable based upon what we do. But there's our beam. So there's two parts of the beam. There's the actual beam laser that we see, and then there's the damage part, which is like basically a line trace going down beneath your feet to do damage to anything. So let's go ahead and set that up on our player character. So we need to make a function to activate our beam feet. So let's make a custom event, call it activate beam feet for lack of better terminology. And on the activate beam feet, we're just going to do a line trace down, okay, to find out what we're hitting. Now, the problem with this is that we also need it to be basically doing this all the time, like a tick, essentially, whilst we're hovering over the air. If we weren't moving, less of a problem, but because we're moving, we need to update it based upon our position. So this will be part of our tick. I don't think we've got a tick yet, so that's all with me. That's fine. There's our tick. And with the tick, I mean, we could also do it with a timer if you want, but no biggie. It's a line traces, and any kind of trace is really, really cheap. So yeah, don't fret about them. But here we can do a gate. So it's only going to do this bit when we've activated the beam feet. And when we close, we're going to close the beam feet with a deactivate beam feet. So custom event, deactivate beam feet. And put that on close. Okay, so once that's done, we're now going to do the trace. So let's do a line trace. Actually, let's do a sphere trace. So we've got a bit of a leeway for the player. So the starting point is going to be the bottom of my character's feet. So for us, it's not going to be the root of the character, which is like the pelvis. We need to get the bottom of this. So it's the root position plus the half height of the capsule, or minus the half height of the capsule. So we're going to drag out our capsule, get the half height, get scaled capsule half height, and we're going to subtract that being the bottom one, from the height of our actor location. So I'm going to split that, put that in there, and then we're going to make a vector to bring it all back together. Because I just wanted to change just the Z value. Okay, so that will get starting at the bottom of our feet. The endpoint is going to be the same coordinate, but further down. And so this will be the limit that you want it to take. So in here, we're going to convert this to a float. And this will be oh no, not float, sorry, my bad. In the Z here, we're going to do negative, and then however far down we want to go. Hi Vengeance, hi over on Twitch, hello, how you doing? Love to see a student making RuneScape skill system with modularity. I cannot remember the skill system from that game. I've been tempted to go back and try it, but we don't know. So let's go, this takes down to 1500. Oh, not 15,000. 15 minus 1500. There we go. It's going down. and we'll put that in the endpoint there. And for the radius, we'll do the same radius as our capsule, so 35. I'll do 30 just to be a little bit shorter for us. Again, giving that leeway to the player so they've got like a bit of flexibility in where they're positioned, because after all, we're making a kids game. Well, supposedly a kids game. And for this, we're going to draw a debug for 1 frame so we can see what the hell we're doing. Compile, save. So we now need to turn that on when we are doing our boot jump. Now at the moment, it's carrying on from last time. We did our boot jump entirely in the events. I'm going to make this a little bit tidier for us and make it so that these are actually going to be functions instead. And I'll explain why in a moment. First of all, let's convert it over. So this character movement changes, and this jump over here, this is going to be collapsed to a function. Start, beam, jump. Okay. And then on the event on landed, we're going to do another one. Collapse the function. Stop, beam, jump. Now, the reason you may be thinking, why the hell are we doing that? What's the difference? Besides making it look tidier. Being a function makes it a lot simpler, because now I can just do on landed as well, but I can do things like hit. And part of my hit code is tell my character to stop the beam jump. So if they are beam jumping, they get hit, they'll be interrupted and stop. Okay? Or do damage or whatever. Not hit, we want damage, really. Damage event. There we go. Yeah, so you making them functions, you can then activate and deactivate them a lot more freely. So it's a good idea to break things down to functions if you want. So this bit we're going to break down to a function as well soon, just to keep it tidy. So this we want to activate on the start beam jump. And we're going to do activate beam effect. There. And we go to stop beam jump and deactivate the beam feet. Okay. So we now should see our line trace come out of, or our sphere trace come out of our feet when we are doing this. Yeah. So all we've got to do now is tie that to a Niagara effect and pass over that parameter. So first of all, let's tie the Niagara effect to the feet. So what I'm going to do on my viewport, is I'm going to click on my mesh, and I want to add to this one a Niagara particle system. And we're going to add our beam to it. Okay. And I'm going to attach this to the feet. So I'm going to do foot to the left and foot to the right. So foot right. And you can see this weird contraption where it's going to come out like this over here. We obviously don't want it doing that. We want to rotate this so it goes down. So we can just rotate it down like that. Okay. And if you actually, what might be better is to actually make it go down in a wild coordinate. So let me just reset that. I'll come back to this in a second. As you can see, this one has done it correctly, but this hasn't. So we'll fix that in a second. So that'd be the first Niagara. A couple of things. We're going to make the beam a little bit thinner maybe, and maybe change these sparks to be a little bit less as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So beam, let's make this thinner. So we're going to go to beam width and change that to 5. And on our initialized particle for these guys, sprite size mode, we're going to do uniform. And that will be 15, 20, yeah, 20. Uniform 20. Okay, that's looking a bit better. Thank you, Vengeance, for loving my beard. So also, by the way, if you have any questions or want me to explain something in a bit more detail, throw into chat. Okay, so the beam, how it's coming down. So at the moment, the beam, if I go to beam emitter setup, the beam end is using this, right? Endpoint. I need to make sure this is using the absolute beam end. Now, when I do this, it's going to look fine in here, but absolute means it's going to be using the should be using the world coordinates. So if I go back to my character, that's working just fine there. But you'll notice it still goes at a slant. And that's because it's using the coordinates of 500. And that is the world coordinate 500. So if I were to do this in the world, you'll see our beam actually goes like way over there, which is not correct, obviously. So we need to fix that. So this absolute beam endpoint over here needs to be updated. So all we're going to do is all we're going to do here is go down to our sphere trace that we're doing, and on the out here we're going to break this open, and I'm going to take my Niagara and set vector variable vector 3, and we're going to set endpoint, and that would be our location, or it would be the trace end. So if we are jumping, we don't hit anything, so we're falling very high, we don't want it to be 0. We want it to pick the end location instead. So I'm going to do a select vector node. If it's true, it'll pick the A, so I'm going to pick location. Otherwise, it'll use the trace end, and we'll collapse that down. Okay. Right, that's gone to the endpoint there. Okay, so why is it still doing that? Let's have a look. See. Oh, because I haven't actually done it, have I? Oh, hold on. I double clicked something, it broke it. There we go. Okay. Obviously, we'll turn the beam off and on when we are doing it, so it's not on all the whole time. But yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and make it so that this is turned off by default. So I'm going to go down here, auto activate, turn off, and when we activate the beam, we're going to turn it on. Activate. And you may guess it, you want to deactivate it when we are deactivating the beam. Okay. Oh. Okay, so that'll be because it's lingered still. We want to destroy it completely. Why is this? Deactivate should. I think it's just the last vestiges of it are lingering still. So what we'll do, go back to our beam over here. Yeah, because lifetime is set to 3 seconds, so it's just lingering around. So let's bring that down. Bring it down. See, ideally we don't want to do this. I can bring it down 0.5, I guess. And these guys 0.5, 0.5, and the beam itself 0.5 on a loop like that. Yeah, see the okay. So the reason I'm getting left behind is because we need to make this thing use local space, and I think I'm gonna have to change it on the actual beam as well. So to use local space, that means I will have to change this absolute beam endpoint here. If I turn that off and make it just use -500, hopefully that'll work. So the spark stays with the feet, which is good. But because the feet bone is angled weirdly, yeah, it's being annoying. And if I turn on absolute, yeah, you get the same problem. So what I need to do is basically rotate this around, I guess. So we're going to attach to the feet. Auto activate, make it a bit easier to angle this a bit better. And we're going to aim it down. Like that. Compile, save. Oh, wait. Deactivate. Don't know why the things are still lingering on. Hold on. Oh, why is that? Yeah, hold on. 0.5 seconds, 0.5 seconds. Just... No, why are you doing that? Oh, did I leave absolute turned on? Hold on. No, I didn't. Hang on. It's probably because we're now using local space and I don't want to use this. This is world space, you see. So if I turn that off for a second. It should be... Why is that not looping? Oh, wait. It's because this is... Okay, this is using the system self... Right, loop duration here. Okay, 0.5 there. That's that bit. I'm going to turn it back to absolute end. Plug this back in. See if that behaves better. No, it's still doing its weird rotational thing. Why are you doing that? Why? I mean, yeah, it's because we are using local space, isn't it? What if I told it to not use local space here? See what happens here. I mean, it's not terrible. I don't like how it lingers when I land on the floor because it's not... maybe when I deactivate it, I'll make it invisible. Yeah. So I think of because it's just lingering around. I don't know if the particles will remain because of it. Let's see if this works. Yeah, so I just need to take it back on, obviously. That seemed to work better. Yeah, okay. Right, so that's one of the feet. Oh, why is that being offset there? That's because that one's using local space as well, isn't it? Oh, shoot. Alright, I'm going to leave that for now. Because I'll move on. I don't want to spend the whole time doing this. Yeah, so I'm going to add another one for the other foot. So we're going to duplicate that. And change the foot. I think I've done foot R last time, so do foot L. There we go. Okay. Oh, and obviously I need to make them not visible at the start and rotate that new one. So this one, I know it should be the same rotation. All right, make them not visible first of all. Oh yeah, I need to actually, God's sake, go back to the code and actually plug them into this one as well. And because they're both Niagara systems, they can be plugged into the same functions. It'll work the same way. And then this one over here. There you go. Okay. Right, there you go. That's all right. Okay. Okie dokie. So, yeah, it is because of that. That's why we're getting the local space mess up there, but it's fine. It'll do. Okay. So, I'll tell you what would be easier one to do if I just take it this and tell this to be not local space. That should behave better. Although I think it's still underneath the map, we can't really see it. Oh, no, it definitely needs to be local space because it has to stay with it. Yeah, I'll worry about it another time. Okay, so that's that bit. The next bit is dealing damage to whatever's underneath it. So we need to make a little fake enemy. So let's make a little enemy character. So let's go into... What version of Unreal am I in? 5.3. So I'm going to go to modeling mode, just model a little enemy. So you've got like little dome-looking characters, I guess you want to call them. So we're going to use a cylinder. And we'll change the height on this, like that. We'll do 100. Yep. Do a sphere. Putting them together. Merge these together. There you go, merged. And we'll make him a bit stumpy. Oh, God's sake. I need to move it up. There you go. A bit more stumpy. Like that. There we go. And we'll add some feet to him. Sphere. Do a little sphere there. Radius of 5, 10. Like that. And accept that. Stretch that out. And there's our little character's feet. My amazing modeling skills. And then we're going to duplicate that. Over there. And then we're going to merge them all together. There we go. There is our enemy. So that'll do for our guy there. Selection no there, and there we go. You'll probably make him to face the X as well, so let me model and change his pivot. There's bloody flyers in here. So yeah, just need to turn that around. Accept that. No, edit pivot. Yeah, why are you not moving? I can move it. Center, bottom. Yes. Why is I not want to do that? Whatever. To make it blow up anyway. So let's make it so it do damage to it. We're gonna make a little character out of this thing. Character. BP enemy. And we'll add that to the mesh here. Now, because it's a static mesh at the moment, it won't have obviously the ability to animate, but we'll just drop it in here and add it as a mesh over here, like that. That'll do. And the capsule component actually I need to bring down. Let's do 40, 45. That'll do. And I'm just going to take out his collision and just use the capsule as collision. So let's change that to no collision there. Okay. So let's get rid of our model and put in our enemy. Ta-da! Right. So amazing skills of modeling there. Okay, so what I need them to do is now move around the environment. So we're going to do a nav mesh, and we'll do that over here. Make sure that's all okay. Yep. Okay, and these little guys are going to do something very simple in that sense, where if you walk anywhere near them, they're going to just chase you. So I'm not going to worry about an AI controller or behavior tree and all that. And that's one thing that I try to mention to people when they're doing AI is, yes, I've shown you an AI tutorial series, but you don't have to do all the things you see in it to make it AI. If it's something simple like what we're doing here, you don't need to do anything complex. No need. Keep it simple. So here we can use a sphere collision, and that would be their sort of proximity sense. We'll just... Oh. Actually, I won't change the scale, just change the width of it there. And we'll say 250 is the radius of this sense here. Right. Compile, save. And... Actually, no, I'll hit the 500 just for the sake of this. There we go. Okay. And when actor begin overlap happens, we're going to check if the other actor is equal to the player character. And if they are, we're going to make a start chase event. Start chase. And we'll do AI move to. The pawn will be self. And the target actor will be fed through the start chase there. And on the acceptance radius, we'll change that to 15. And on success, we'll do another event, which will be attack. So another custom event, attack. On success, attack. And so what kind of enemies you want to make them do? Like, let's say they're going to do spikes, so like that. They'll come out and do spikes. So we can try and do that ourselves as well. So there's the attack there. And we'll also have stop chase as well. So custom event, stop chase for whatever reason. And in here we're going to do get AI controller, self as the controlled actor, and tell it to stop stop movement. Okay. So back on this actor begin overlap, we'll do start chase. Target actor will be the player character. So a couple of things. This being a brand new character, things I want to turn off. On my class defaults, there's a yaw you want to turn off. Use controller rotation yaw. Turn that off. The only reason why you'd ever want that on is if the character's in first person and you want to move with the mouse. Most of the time, you want that off. And then go to character movement, and we're going to go to its rotation settings in here. And I'm going to do orient rotation to movement. And I'm going to change their speed down a bit. So I can do 200 maybe. Maybe less than that, we'll see. And put that in there. So let's just move him up there. And so here he comes. And he chased me. Oh, yeah, I've got him to stop. But yeah. Okay. Right. Let's change his speed as well. So it's a bit too fast. Now let's change it to 300. Okay, so I'm getting attacked by a dustbin. Okay. Q. Done. Next job. His attack So his attack, they do different things obviously in the game. They got a headbutt, you got a spike thing. We'll try and do a spike thing, as we don't need to do anything animation wise with that. We can just do a Niagara effect even for that. So for that, I want to make a spike first of all, and we can do that quite easily in our modeling mode. So let's go ahead and do a cone spike, and just change the size of it so it's not as crazy big. And we'll do 15 in the height, and 30 height, 40 height, 50 height. We'll do that. And the slices will bring down to 5. One spike, done. And so I'm going to make a Niagara effect to spawn these on like a ball shape. So they spawn on our character over there. So let's go ahead and make a Niagara effect. Finish that one. NS spike. And we'll do an emitter. Empty emitter. And rather than a sprite renderer, we need a mesh renderer. And we're going to choose the mesh we just made, which we will find whenever you make a mesh, you find them in the generated folder next to your map. So you go in there, you find a developer name. There's our spike. Boom, done. Okay, so first of all, we need to spawn it in with a burst. So let's do spawn burst. And let's say I want to spawn 10 of them, for example. But I want to spawn them on like a sphere, right? So how do we do that? Well, we go to particle spawn, and we do shape location, and by default it's going to be a sphere, and there they are, right? Obviously, they're not going out the way you want them to, but their location is correct. So we now need them to be more distributed, so not as random. So we can go to sphere distribution, change from random to direct. And we're going to change the, not the age and the U position there. We'll do, ideally, what's it called? No. Particle. It might have to be random for the sake of it. You can make them so they spawn with a ID on them. I can't remember where that is. Spawn particles in grid. We could do that. Oh crap! Where was it? Initialize particle. Can't remember. Got persistent IDs. Turn that on, but that ain't going to help us. Particle. Bleh. No. Damn it. What was... I think I've done a video on it, weirdly enough, as well. I just can't remember the hell where it is. There's a way, basically what it is, but you can find out what number each particle has been given as they spawn. So this would be index 1, this is index 2, this is index 3, etc. But I can't remember what it's called. Right, for now we'll just do, I'll have a look in a minute, but for now we'll just do random and get them facing the right way. So at the moment we've got to face a different rotation. So initialize particle, we got not that one, particle here, mesh orientation, that's it. the moment, random is not what we want. So over here, we want to do orient to vector. The orientation vector is going to be the vector between the center point of the circle of the system. So if I were to put in like the system parameter, which would be, oh god, what is it called? Simulation position. That's the one. Oh, it's because it's a position node. Simulation position. And no, that ain't right. Hang on. See, again, I've done this before. What the hell did I do last time? Mesh orientate. Orient to vector system. Yeah, no, that's the way the system is oriented. It's orient to vector, but I can't remember. Particle location is what we want. Position. Position to vector. Input position is the particle position. And normalized. That'd be right. No. Is my connection fixed? I hope so. If you're watching. Yeah. I literally done this before as well. I've done it with the ice thing. What the hell did I do? No, that's not right, is it? Orient to vector. And the vector can't remember the damn thing. Might have to go back to my old video that I've done. It was for the ice effect we did for the Diablo thing. The shit was it? The vector is the direction between the particle position and the simulation position. Can you spawn on the surface enemy so it auto adjusts? We could do actually. Yeah, good point. But then I don't want to spawn it everywhere anyway. I just want to keep it on the dome of the head of the enemy. Because when you do the shape location, you can make it so it only does like a part of it. Yeah, hemisphere distribution here. So it like you just put in like 0.5 in this one, and only ever do the top of it, which is what we wanted. I think it doesn't help that the way I modelled it was upright. Ideally, I'd want it on its side, because X is counted as forwards, and that's the problem we're having, I think, as well. Because if I like for example, put in 1, 1 here. Yeah, it's not going to do anything, is it? Bugger. Okay, I'm gonna modify the model. Hold on 1 second. So let's bring that round to there. So it's facing the x-axis, like that. Bake its transform, like that. Go back to the Nyquil system. And I want to change the orientation vector to be the position of the particle. So I need to convert the position to a vector. The position we want in here is the particle position. Like that. There we go. Yeah. There we go. That makes it a bit easier. There we go. Nice one. Oh, ChatGPT sent you to much. Oh, nice one. ChatGPT is loving it. Okay, but there's our little spiky ball thing that's going to come out here. That'll do just fine. If we want them to actually move out, I guess we could do that too, I guess. So if I do particle spawn here, if we add a velocity to it and fix the solve forces and velocity. Yeah, don't want that. The direction we want to go, it'd be their orientation. Mesh orientation axis. So they're moving, but very slowly. So now if I change that to be the 10, you see that? Okay. Just going to add velocity to their thing. So let's make them go fast. Faster. There you go. Shoots out like a spiky ball. But I don't want it to do it the whole way. I want it to stop after a few seconds. So on particle update, we're going to go to velocity and go scale velocity. And put this to a curve. So vector from curve. And what I'm going to do is going to bring this 0 here. Not 0. Time is here, so that'd be 1. Yeah, that's fine. Bring that down to there. You see how they stop? Well, slow down and stop. So I'm going to change that to 0. Change that to 0.01. And so we should see. Let's bring that out a bit more. 0.1, 0.05, 0.025, 0.02. Yeah. Yeah, that might do. And if I want to retract them in, I guess I could also make them go in reverse over here too. So if I add key here, and then add another key here, I can make them go back in. Oh, could do it for all the things. Hold on. Oh no, it didn't add a key to all of them. Damn you! I tell you what, actually be easier because I want them all to be the same. I want it to be uniform. So rather than doing vector from curve like this, we're going to do scale vector. Where are we? Scale. Scale vector by curve. But we want to change. No, we don't want it. Change that to a float. Sorry. Float. Vector from float. Float from curve. There we go. Do it like that. That'd be a lot easier. So add key. 0, 0.05, 0.02, And this one we're going to do as 0 point. Oh, is that 0? That one will be, and then we add another point in here, be -1. So it should go back in. Maybe a bit more time. I would think they would do anyway. -1. Yeah, it should do. Change that to 0.7. Oh. Oh, why don't they go back in? Oh, there you go. Oh, it's because I had the time set wrong. 0.9. Go back to there. There we go. Okay, and initialize spawn, we're going to change that to be... Yeah, no, 5 seconds will be fine, actually. Okay. That'll do. Should it be back up to 1? So, no, because 1 is the scale of the speed. I've given it a constant speed of velocity up here. Yeah. So it's speeding from 1 down to 0 to stop moving, and then it's going to go back in itself, so it goes down to negative value. Have you thought about selling game templates on the marketplace? Yes, if I get time to. I am busy, but it is something I will be doing, yeah, at some point, I'm sure. It probably won't be like game templates, it'll probably be like systems on their own type thing. Okay, so let's get this guy to spawn his little spikes and see how that looks. It'll probably look ropey as hell, but I say it's cheaper than doing it with an actual animation. So, well, not cheaper, quicker than trying to make it do with animation. So let's add an graph system to this and give it our spiky spikes. So at the moment that is poorly scaled, so I need to change that. So let's go back to our spike and go to the shape location. Sphere radius is 100, that needs to be 50. Let's go back to the enemy. Okay, oh, I need to make it actually less than 50 because they are going to... The base of the spike is at the bottom, and they're going to spawn on the outside. So if I change the sphere radius here to actually like 10, hopefully... That'll do. I'm not going to spend too long on it. Maybe take it like 5, maybe. I want them to actually die sooner than that, or change the velocity not to go that slow, that fast back. Hang on, scale velocity. We'll change this here to -0.5. It's because of this 0.02. If I make that 0.02 as well. Oh no, 0.98. There you go. Yeah. Screw it, that'll do. So that'll do. So when that happens, obviously we need to figure out if we're actually going to deal damage to the character or not. But let's make this actually do something when they attack. So we go to the attack over here, to activate this Niagara effect. Activate. Also don't want it to loop. We only want to do it once. So we'll go back to that. Go to system, infinite, once. Okay, so it'll do that, and it'll deactivate once it's finished. And then once it's finished the attacking, then I want to start chase again. No, what am I doing? It's getting late. Start chase again, and we'll just put in the player character again. Because we're not doing a multiplayer thing, it's always going to chase us. And away we go. Okay, so let's see how this behaves. So it comes up to me. Go to... Oh, wait, I need him to stop. Hang on. Also, the Niagara system didn't actually do anything. Hold on. We'll do delay for 5 seconds for a second. Like that. For now. Way better later. Ooh, why are they only spawning there? It's odd. Confused by that. Change the distribution up, maybe. Nope, that's a weird one. So, what the hell was that about? How can it be right here, but not here? Hell, when I turn it on here, it's right. Local space as well. We need to do that as well. My bad. Makes local space. Still. There you go. Okay. There you go. Right. So now I need to do damage to him. So let's go back to our enemy. Event graph. Any damage. We just want it to fall apart. Okay. I mean, what we could do, we could actually use chaos physics on it, just for funsies. So if I go ahead and drag out my mesh for this guy and use scale him down a bit to what have I done in here? Mesh. That's not one. Oh, it's 0.75. There you go. So I say 0.75. There you go. I'm going to go to fracture mode. And we'll do new. Sure. And we'll just do uniform. Fracture, 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 fracture. Cool. There he is. So let's now make him explode when I put him on there. So to make him explode, we're going to spawn a master field actor on our character when we do that. So let's first of all replace our combined mesh here for collection. A geometry collection. And just disconnect it there. Here it is. We'll get rid of the other one. Like so. And any damage here, we're going to do spawn actor from class. I'm going to choose the master field actor. Spawn transform will be our actor transform. Like that. Always spawn, ignore collisions. Yeah, why not? And see what happens here. Oh. And the physics of it have taken over. Actually, I do have to make damage on it first as well. So it won't work actually because it's going to collide with stuff. Screw it. We'll keep it simple. I'll just delete it. I can't be asked. I'm late. I'm late. It's late. I'm tired. It'll do. Just chuck it on there. That'll do. So any damage here, we'll just destroy actor. Like that. And so back on my character, when I'm doing this as well, I want to apply damage to whatever actor I'm hitting from there. And do base damage of 1. Damage caused herself. Bing, bang, bong. Dead. Okay. Now, obviously, we can't. In the game, you do a lot of physics stuff where like make stuff fall apart and break when you bust it apart and things. So we could try and do that as well, I guess. So this being a geometry collection, it will only fall apart when it receives damage. Why did that not get damaged when I dropped that? Sturdy. Okay. Let me just change their damage. Threshold. So damage threshold, this is how much damage it can receive before it breaks, okay? So if I change the damage threshold for the first break to be just 1, right? It'll fall apart, right? So this is, it'll be damaged when it falls and hits something, okay? Now you can also turn that off as well. It's enable damage from collision. We're gonna turn that off. So it shouldn't do that. But if I do this, it should damage. I guess not. Why won't I get damage there? Change it to 1, 2, 3. All right. Why won't that respond to that? Oh well, we'll give it the master field. Usually you have to use the master field anyway, so we'll just do that. So we're going to add to our character a master field actor. So we'll do child actor. And over here we'll do master field. And this is the thing that you do to damage chaos physics. So we'll put that at the end of the location when we've got it. We'll probably make it smaller. But also we'll change its about how it damages. So at the moment its field is active is turned on. We'll turn that off. And on the event graph, when we are applying damage, we can just get this child actor and turn it on. Now, when you use this as a child actor component, not the actual child actor itself, we do need to get that cast to that straight away rather than do it on the tick event, because obviously that's bad. So let's put this on begin play up here somewhere. There you go. We can get the child actor from it, cast to our master field, and we'll just store it as a variable. So now we've got access to it. There we are. And then back down here, I just turn it off and on. So activate beam effect. Do this. And we'll get our master field active. We'll do set field active. Turn on. And over here, we'll just copy that. Turn it not to be active. Okay. And also we need to change its position. So over on sphere trace, we've got the location coming out of here. We just need to tell our child actor here, set the world location to the same location we're doing the endpoint there. Okay. I feared that the thing won't do enough damage because it's not active at the start. So take a look at that. If it is active, activation type, there you go. Oh, I need to activate it, not active like that, sorry. This activation type will be a trigger. There, that's what I wanted to do. Sorry, my bad. So rather than doing that, it's trigger. CE trigger, there you go. But we do want it to be triggering the whole time, not just once. By default, I think it does it once. Let me have a look. Ah, there you go. I'll use tick. We'll just do that. There you go. Right. There we go. Yeah. And if I want to increase the damage of it, so let's say I'm making a button that I need to smash up or to get access to, which is quite a common thing you do in that game. So let's say I go ahead and do a ice rink floor type thing that you normally see in that game. And we'll just change the width and depth of it. We'll go to Facture, new collection, Facture, bum, 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 bum. Okay, loads of pieces. And then I'm going to go down to the damage thresholds. It's not damage from collision, so when I stand on it, it won't break. Obviously, if you want it to break when you stand on it, you can do. But down here, we're going to change the damage threshold from the first breaks will be when it reaches, say, it's happening on tick. We should be doing like 10, maybe 20, 30. We'll see what that does there. I'll move that over here. Like that. Oh, what if it had collision? Does it not have collision? Oh dear. Okay, why have I not got collision? Usually you have collision when you first make them. Shape. Yeah, there's a collision. Oh, it's because it's simple. I need to make it and change it to use project default. Is that better now? No. Where? Block all. Crap. Okay, let's make it again. Hold on. Let me just bring that back out. So why is it so thin? Didn't make it that thin, did I? Hang on. That might be why. Oh, modding mode. Rectangle. Oh, I don't know, rectangle, not a cube, that's why. Hang on. That'd be why. Right. Do that and change the height here to 5. Whoops. There we go. Right, now I can go into Facture. New. Sure. Facture. Okay. And go over here. We're going to tell it not to collide. So damage, turn off collision damage threshold. We'll bring this down to 10, 50, 100. Oh. Also, I don't want it to fall. So I need to anchor it. Oh, I need anchor fields. Oh my god, I can't be asked. So anchor fields, we'll use one that's already built in here. So if you go into here, I ain't called it an anchor field. What have they called it? Field. Hang on. Chaos. Solver content, I think it's in. No, obviously not. It's in one of these. Oh, you know, it would be easier if I just search for master field. It's the same place as that. Oh, wait. Content. Oh, it's in content, that's why. Oh, just search for it again. Oh, why can't I do that? Do that. There we go. Anchor fields. There we go. Anchor fields. Anchor fields. So just anchor it to. They could anchor it to the wall, for example, if you wanted to, like that. And just stretch it out. And all you got to do is put it inside the anchor field. Outside? Yeah. And then you have to tell it initialization fields it's going to have this anchor field. And it shouldn't drop now. There you go. I should be able to walk on it. And hopefully deal some damage to it. But I think damage isn't going to be enough. Because I need to turn it down, I think. No? What have I done? Oh, there you go. Oh, wait, did I not change its... No, I did change the thresholds. Let's change it to 1, 2, 3. Why is that not breaking? You were. Oh, this breaks. I need an early night. Yeah, I do. Why is that not breaking? Propagation onion? Yeah, that's fine. Let me take it right down, 0.1. The heck? How can it work for that, but not that? Confused. Let me put that out here. That's going to delay for 1 second and break it, so that should break. Yeah, it breaks for that. So why can't it break for what I want to do? Yeah. Let me turn it off not to be hidden in game. Nothing to do with the collision channels from the feet laser things. Shouldn't do, because it's using the master field, so the master field should be detecting it and hitting it still. Oh, it crashed. Oh, let's just send a restart and see if we can check that out. But the master field is what damages things. So when like you shoot stuff, you're shooting out little master fields out. Yeah, what would be the issue? If it works for the default one when I just drag it in, but not for my one. It's got to be something with the trigger, maybe? Interesting. Struggling to think what else it could be. But I wanted to see if it was actually like spawning it in the right location. Like that's what I was feared of. It would spawn it in the wrong place. Yeah. Okay. That's all right, Iggy. That's okay. Thank you anyway. A lot of the time in game dev, you're scratching your head at weird things and don't behave the way you want them to. And it's like, I don't know. Like, you're trying to figure out what went wrong. I bet it hasn't saved any of that. I bet it hasn't got any of the content either. Nope. Okay, I've lost the enemy as well. Brilliant. That'll do for today. So, bollocks. I've at least got the laser thing going on. We got it damaging. I just wanted to go a bit further with some physics stuff, but I guess not. But maybe one day we'll do like a series on like figuring out the little kinks of that and make it work, because they got some really cool effects with it where you can like sort of almost scratch out a hole. There's lots of really, because there are lots of really cool features in Astro Bot. Yeah, for certain. It's really cool. There's one really that I really like, which is the inflated balloon look. I don't know if you've seen that, but I've got a theory on how to do it. Let's see if we can quickly make it. But they make it like an inflated balloon effect. It looks really nice. I've got a theory on how you make it. So with materials, you can use distance, nearest distance to nearest surface. There we go. Wild position. And you want this to record basically how close something is to something else, right? So for example, if I use just color to help demonstrate this, if I lerp between a red and a blue, or green rather, like that, and distance nearest surface, I'll do divide by whatever distance I want it to be. So let's say it's 50, and clamp that, put it in there, put it base color. Right, so I can put this on an object. So let's say we put it on this thing over here. Okay. And I'll just chuck it on over here. Like that, right? And it should generate, and this is turned off. Distance. Oh no, it's on. Why is that not working then? Did I plug it in right? Distance nearest surface, divide by 50. Yeah, that's right. What have I done wrong? Doesn't look right in here either. It should be a bit more broken. Make sure it's actually turned on. Oh, not plug in. Product settings. I thought it's on by default, but just in case. Distance fields. Yeah, it's turned on. Oh, where's that going? What's going on here then? World position, distance near surface. Divide that by 50. M01 alpha. Apply. What you should see, it should go red when it's close to other objects. Let me put it on an object that isn't part of the world already, because I've got a feeling that might be something a bit weird about that. Let me just bring in a sphere. And turn it on there. Nope, I ain't got a clue. It is a losing third, yeah. What the hell is going on? Distance to nearest surface. Check. Divide by 50. Check. Clamp. I mean, yeah, that's all there is to it. Divide by 100. Might make any difference. I've been doing this trick all week long. Why is this not working? Distance to nearest surface. Make sure it's affecting distance lighting. Yeah. The heck? See, that's what I'm expecting to happen. I don't know why it's not working with the colours. Because that's affecting itself, you see. If I turn that off, that's correct. Oh, right, it's because I had it turned on. Yeah. There we go. That's what I was looking for. There you go. So you have to turn it off for the object that you want to do it on. So yeah, as you see, it gets closer to objects. It does this, right? Because my theory is that in that game, all the inflatable things aren't near other things that aren't inflatable. So like you're the only solid object near them, right? So my theory is this: if I apply this to the whole model here and put that on there, right? In fact, I'm going to make it affect all of this, actually. I'm going to select all the static mesh actors in here. And materials, we're going to have that set to, yep, there. So that one, that one. Okay, and I'm going to tell them to also not do distance field lighting. Okay, so the only things that should be affected in here, I'll turn these on as well, would be the physics objects, and these bits I haven't selected yet. So just do that, do that, do that. Actually, I'll leave them as they are. But as I run around, it don't work. Why is that not working for the player character? Let's go back to the player character and select the mesh. Distance, it's on. That should be affected in that. Does it affect this? Should affect that too. No? These should be affected. Oh, got to turn it off, that's right. Yeah, they're working. So why isn't it working for my one? Yeah, so that's what it should be doing, is that sort of effect. But for the player character. Confused. Distance field lighting. Yeah, turned on. Well, one thing I could do, I guess, is if I put in a big sphere at my character, do this, and that's turned on, but I make this have no collision and invisible. No collision, invisible. Nope, still not going to do it. What the shit? What the hell? Okay, maybe not having no collision. I'm going to turn it on for now, but have it custom and ignore pawn. There we go. Right, so I just need to make sure it has nothing on it. I'll make it not visible. There. Okay, so it has to be visible. Can I make hidden in game? Would that still work it okay? No, don't like that either. Oh, this is annoying. Why can't that work? It would be nice if this just worked. If not, I've got another way of doing it rather than doing distance fields, is that we can get distance to the player character. So if I do material collection, what's time? Yeah, I can do this. Material. God, wait. Material. Parameter collection. NPC. That'll do. And vector parameter we'll do as player location. And on the player character, we're just going to send that across all the time to that. So over here, set vector parameter. And you'll see somewhere in here. Set vector parameter value. Choose the collection, NPC, choose the parameter, collection name, and then I'll just drag this out. The parameter value will be our actor location. I'm going to feed that into there. So that'll be in there. And then on our material, rather than doing distance to nearest surface, we'll just do distance node, distance, and we'll do collection parameter. And choose the player location and put that in there. 3 and 4 didn't undefined. Oh, flight 4. Let's just mask that. Do just RGB. There we go. Right. So what we should see, yeah, it's lighting up a little bit where the player is. Obviously, the player's location is I want to be at their feet, not their middle. So actor location. Do find floor. Split that, and just do hit result floor location there. Okay, and there's my area that's detecting where I should be, right? Now, the way I think they would have done their inflatable world situation is on that material, rather than just doing color, you use world position offset, right? So we multiply this by the vertex normal, which has been multiplied by a strength of, say, 100. And we put that in there. Actually, make it 50. Like that. And bring that into world position offset. So by default, it's inflated like this. Meaning, you get a weird world like this, and it should go down. Why did it? Did I not plug it in? No, that should be fine. Location, distance divided by 100, clamp, multiplied by 0 to 1. Edit normal world space, 50. That should work. Let me do 1 minus. Not that one. Plug that in. So it's the other way around. So now it should inflate where I stand. It's not doing that. Oh no, it is. You can see it doing it there. It's bulging out, you see? Okay, just need to make it stronger. That's all. In fact, I'm going to not do find floor. I'm just going to take away from it. Minus 100. Plug that in. And multiply that by 100 as well. Oh, I know why. It's because the floor isn't vertex enough. Sorry, that's why. I need to subdivide this. In fact, let me do it in a landscape so you can see it a lot more clearer. There we go. If I do landscape. And get rid of that material. There you go. So you see how it like sort of flows up. All right. So if I do that the other way around, so it doesn't without the 1 minus, putting that in there, what you should see is it flowing down at the location where I'm standing. Oh, play from here, so you can see it like bowing down. So you need to make a model that's detailed enough that I'm running on. So let's say I'm going to go back to this material here. Oh crap, didn't want to do that. Delete the damn landscape. There you go. And instead, let's put in something that's more subdivided. So, like a sphere, for example. Except that, make it bigger. Because they are all sort of like round shapes when you see them in there. They're all like the giant balloons, essentially. So give it that material, play from here, and it will bow down, you see? It's bowing down. But I want to give it more detail. I go to model, not model, mesh, and do remesh, and it'll give it more triangles, which makes it should bow down, like squish down a lot more. So that's how I think they've done their balloon tech in that game. Obviously, I don't know if 100, probably do it a bit more, I think. So let's say we've done it as 200. And we'll keep it going down by 100. Oh. So you see it's... So anything that's in the green bit, that's actually going down. You can see it bowing down. So you've got a squishy balloon. You're walking on a squishy balloon. And that's how I reckon they did that. It's a cool effect. It looks really neat. Squishy, squishy, squishy balloon. And if you wanted to, you could probably make it so it's extra bouncy. So you jump on it, it bounces you up higher, and you make it look even cooler. It's a cool effect, though, isn't it? I like it a lot. I think it looks fun. So yeah, so this is how you do blob characters as well. So if you invert it, you make things like blobby. They sort of stick to it. Like if I put this all back to how it was, for example, like that. And like on this, if I make it a blob character, you just invert it like this, and this needs to affect distance. There you go. And I'm not using distance nearest field. Yeah, it'd be like a blob character. So if I just played from here, it like sticks to me. So you can like slime type of look. Alright. Kind of fun thing to do. But as I say, there's lots of really cool little things you can do. Things like this as well. There's lots of really cool things that they do in Astro Bot that I want to try and recreate, just like that sort of balloon-esque idea. This is kind of fun. So I probably will be taking a few inspirations from that and try and say, hey, look, this is how they did the invisible platforms when you throw a light bulb at it and all those sort of tricks. Oh, this is, look, it looks like the world's falling apart as you come. This is how you do those sort of things where the world falls apart, by the way, or like comes back together when you come near it. So like, for example, if you want to make it so it looks like the world is like coming back together, you have this the other way around, like this, and you multiply the vertex normal here by a large amount. So like, say like 2,000. Yeah. So it'll look like it's exploded far, far away. Yeah, so you can't even really see it anymore. But as you walk closer to it, it should... Maybe 2,000 is a bit too much. So, hang on. Let's change it. Oh, I'll put 20,000, that's why. 2,000. Let's do that. 2,000 might still be too much. Yeah, it's because I'm not getting close enough to it. I need to... Let's change it to 500. And change this to 500. There we go. As you get closer to things, they should like start forming back up type it's the same sort of tech you do for this sort of thing. Yeah, I'll probably bring that back down a little bit more. I need to make it wider. I think it's too pinpoint, so I need to make this bit larger than this bit. So let's make this 1,000, like that. Get in there. So you can do some fun stuff with it, I guess. But yeah, anyway, we got slightly distracted from that. But that will do for today. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me live for this interesting look at that. The main thing we started out here with is the Astro Bot thing, believe it or not. So we did that, and we did a little bit of the inflation stuff they did in that tech there, which is kind of fun to see. We got damaging, we've got some fracturing there. We had done some enemy AI stuff in it too, with some Nigro system stuff. Yeah. But anyway, that'll have to do for today. And what we'll do next time, I don't know yet. We'll figure out what we're going to do next week. But thank you so much for your time today. If you want to support the channel, head over to patreon.com/RyanLady. We've got a really cool combat scenario series starting over there now. Part 1 came out today. Part 2, 3, 4, 5 should be coming out soon. There's 8 episodes in that. But it's a really cool way to make your combat scenarios in your games, and blocking out little scenarios to happen. But yeah. But anyway, thanks so much, everyone, for your time. Take care, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.